The court was hot and tense that morning, the kind of heat that made sweat roll down people's backs even when fans were on. The gallery was full, every seat packed, people whispering and pressing their phones, waiting for the scandal of the year to unfold. At the front sat Madame Kemi, a woman in her late 30s, slim, beautiful but worn out by stress. Her wrapper clutched tightly around her waist like she was holding herself together. Beside her stood 3 tall teenagers, triplets, 2 boys and a girl, each of them the mirror of the other, with sharp cheekbones and striking eyes that refused to blink. The bailiff shouted, "All rise!" and the judge walked in. He was tall, dark-skinned, with gray hair neatly trimmed, his robe flowing as he mounted the bench. His name carried fear: Justice Adiwale Martins, one of the richest and most feared men in Lagos. But the moment his eyes landed on those triplets, his hand trembled. His face shifted, like a man seeing ghosts from a past he thought was buried forever. The triplets looked back at him with bold eyes. And before anyone could say a word, the eldest boy spoke out of turn, his voice cutting through the silence. "Your lordship, the woman in the dock is our mother. And you are our father." Gasps filled the courtroom. Phones flashed. Madame Kemi covered her face with her hands. The judge's gavel slipped and clattered on the table. And that was how the battle began. The courtroom fell into a hard silence that felt like stone dropping into water, every whisper cut off at once. Phones lowered, people looking like they had been set on pause, and the old fans above turned slower as if they could not breathe. The tall Nigerian man, 55, square jaw, salt and pepper beard, gray hair neatly cut, wearing a black judge robe with white bib, stood very still, and his eyes were wet like rain left on glass. He reached for his glasses with hands that used to be steady, and those hands trembled now as if those past years had come back to push him. A small crescent white scar showed on the left wrist of the eldest teenager when he lifted his hand to steady his voice, and that small moon on the skin looked familiar, like a face you once loved. The judge looked at the crescent and his face lost color slowly, like paint washed away by a storm. The slim Nigerian woman, 38, oval face, medium brown skin, dark brown eyes, black hair tied in a low bun, wearing a green-orange Ankara wrapper and faded cream blouse, pressed both hands to her mouth and shook. The 3 Nigerian teenagers, 17, all with sharp cheekbones and bold dark brown eyes, the eldest in a white shirt and black trousers, the second in a blue checkered shirt and black trousers, and the girl in a yellow blouse and black skirt with long braids, stood still as one, their bodies taut. A sharp male prosecutor, 42, slim face, short black hair, wearing a fitted gray suit and white shirt, bent forward with a slow smile that tasted like victory. The middle-aged Nigerian bailiff, 40s, bald head, cream shirt and dark tie, tried to strike the gavel but his arm stopped, the wood quiet in his hand. The tall Nigerian man, 55, with square jaw and salt and pepper beard, let a single breath out and said under his voice, "I remember." And every eye in the room moved to him like iron to a magnet. He surprised the room again when he called for a short recess, his robe falling around him as if to hide the man behind the judge. Whispers returned like a storm once the recess was called, the African crowded courtroom in Lagos buzzing as if bees had entered. The slim Nigerian woman, 38, oval face, medium brown skin, black hair tied in a bun, wearing green-orange Ankara wrapper and faded cream blouse, refused to stand, her hands still over her mouth as tears made her eyes red. The 3 Nigerian teenagers, 17, sharp cheekbones, bold dark brown eyes, stood in a tight circle beside her, the eldest in a white shirt and black trousers whispering something that made the second in blue checkered shirt nod hard, while the girl in yellow blouse and black skirt held both their hands. The tall Nigerian man, 55, square jaw, salt and pepper beard, black judge robe with white bib, walked out slowly, but his eyes never left them. Behind, the male Nigerian prosecutor, 42, slim face, short black hair, gray suit and white shirt, turned to a journalist and smirked like someone already writing tomorrow's headline. A woman in the gallery wearing bright red Ankara leaned forward and hissed, "Na scandal be this o?" The middle-aged Nigerian bailiff, 40s, bald head, dark skin, cream shirt and tie, shouted for order, but no one listened. The slim Nigerian woman, 38, turned her eyes toward the judge's back as he walked, and her lips trembled like she wanted to scream something but swallowed it. The eldest Nigerian teenager, 17, clenched his fist and said, "If he thinks he can hide, we will drag the truth out." The second Nigerian teenager, 17, full cheeks and faded haircut, whispered, "Everybody go no today." The Nigerian teenage girl, 17, long braids, yellow blouse, lifted her chin and said softly, "This is not only our fight, it is for Mama." The fans overhead hummed and the air smelled of sweat and secrets, as if the courtroom itself was holding its breath. The African crowded courtroom in Lagos turned into thunder when the judge returned after recess, his black robe floating as if carried by wind. The slim Nigerian woman, 38, oval face, medium brown skin, wearing her green-orange Ankara wrapper and faded cream blouse, refused to look up, her shoulders shaking. The three Nigerian teenagers, 17, sharp cheekbones, bold eyes, stood like soldiers in front of her, the eldest in white shirt and black trousers with clenched fists. The tall Nigerian man, 55, square jaw, salt and pepper beard, stood at the bench, his voice low but heavy. "I cannot judge this case, because these children are mine." Gasps, screams, and phones shot up like fireworks. The male Nigerian prosecutor, 42, slim face, gray suit, slammed his desk shouting, "This is madness!" But the crowd drowned him. The slim Nigerian woman lifted her head, tears shining, and said, "You left me to raise them alone." The judge's lips trembled. "I was told you were dead." The eldest Nigerian teenager shouted, "Lies cannot bury blood." The girl, 17, long braids, yellow blouse, pulled her mother close, whispering, "Mama, he cannot hide again." And the fans above spun slow as the truth filled the air heavier than stone. This kind secret fit scatter family forever. If you want to hear more shocking African stories like this, I beg subscribe now and click the bell, because the next one go shock you past this one. And no forget to drop your comment, who you think day guilty for this matter.